Welcome to AN24 TV News, reaching you live from our studio. I am Feyisayo Peters. First, the headlines. Mohbad'S death. Police say Auxiliarynurse Feyisayo Ogedengbe is a prime suspect. Alleged kidnapping for ransom and murder. Kelvin Onaira and Frank Ozueko get 20 years prison sentence. NNPCL says no plan to increase petrol pump price. Now news in details. The Commissioner of Police, Lagos Command, Idowu Owonwa, in his latest press briefing has reviewed progress made so far in the ongoing investigation into the death of Ilerioluwa Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad. The Lagos State Police Command confirmed that the auxiliary nurse, Feyisayo Ogedengbe, who treated the late singer, is a principal suspect in this case, as treatment she administered to him was largely responsible for his death. The police also described her as a quack who had no qualification. So far, 26 suspects linked to Mohbad's death are being interrogated by the police, while Malian record boss Naira Marley and socialite Sam Larry remain in police custody. The police also said the results of the autopsy and toxicology tests carried out are not ready. CPO Owonwa says more information would be made available to the police as investigation unfolds.
2 weeks after the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Idowu Owonwa, promised actress Iyabo Ojo and her team a robust investigation into the death of the late Afrobeat singer Ilerioluwa Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad. Police boss has revealed the progress made so far. Police command confirmed at a press conference on Friday that the auxiliary nurse, Feyisayo Ogedengbe, who treated the late singer, is a prime suspect in the case, as the treatment she administered to him were largely responsible for his death.
Miss Feyisayo Ogedengbe is the auxiliary nurse who was contacted and invited by Yobani Sadiq, aka Spending, a friend of Mohbad, on 11 September 2023 to treat the singer at the deceased residence in Lekki. She eventually came on Tuesday, 12 September 2023 and administered 3 different injections, which are believed to have occasioned the chain of reactions that directly resulted in the eventual death of.
Owonwa listed 26 suspects linked to Mohbad's death that have been interrogated, but said 5 of them were detained, including the Malian record boss Abdulaziz Adesina, popularly known as Naira Marley, and socialite Samson Erifolami Balogun, also known as Sam Larry.
Samson Balogun Eletu, aka Sam Larry, is a suspect who was arrested on allegation of being complicit.
The police boss also stated that the results of the autopsy and toxicology test carried out were not ready yet. Furthermore, he said a detailed report by a team of investigators identified some illegal acts and professional negligence in the manner the drugs were administered on the deceased by the principal suspect, Feyisayo Ogedengbe.
At this point, it dawned on Ms. Feyisayo that Mohbad was reacting to the administered medications. She consequently ran out to procure hydro and nizafene infusion. While at the pharmacy in the locality, she got a call that Mohbad has started convulsing. Eventually, Cynthia Omoduni Adebanjo, Adura Abemi Shedrack Aloba, Olanrewaju Idris Adedoja, Aide Habib Ido Daramola, Aderinto Fawaz, and Miss Feyisayo rushed him to the hospital in the vehicle of engineer Chinara Jesse, their neighbor. Unfortunately, he was pronounced dead on arrival at Kurabed Hospital, Lekki.
Mohbad was said to have attended a musical concert at Ikorodu Town Hall on September 10, 2023, when a fight broke out between him and his friend, Ibrahim Owodunni. The late singer's alleged refusal to immediately treat the injury was said to have led to a more difficult situation, which made Mohbad's friend, Ayobami Sadiq, invite his personal nurse to treat him. The police insisted that Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and their gangs were indicted for bullying the late singer. Oluwapelumi Fashogbon, reporting for African News 24 TV.
The Federal High Court, Abuja, has sentenced Kelvin Onaira and Frank Ozueko to 20 years imprisonment each. Kelvin Onaira and Frank Ozueko were both found guilty for kidnapping for ransom, accessory to an act of terrorism, aiding and abetting escapees, and conspiracy to commit terrorist acts. The defendants, who have now been transferred to the Kuje Correctional Center, will have only 10 more years to spend behind bars, as their sentence is to run from the day of their arrest, which was September 25, 2013. Kelvin Onaira and his gang were notorious in the South-South, where they terrorized the Edo Delta highways before their arrest in 2013. Kelvin and his cohort were also responsible for the kidnap of senior advocate of Nigeria, Mike Ozekome, along the Auchi-Benin Road. The senior lawyer was among witnesses called by the federal government. A total of 6 security operatives were said to have lost their lives during the process leading to the arrest of the gang in 2013. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State has imposed a 24-hour curfew in Ilobu and Ifo communities to forestall further breakdown of law and order. According to the Osun State Commissioner of Information and Public Enlightenment, Kolapo Alimi, the governor imposed the curfew to prevent the escalation of the ongoing crisis and prevent further loss of lives and properties. The crisis in the affected towns started over an ongoing land dispute which has claimed about 8 lives. Governor Adeleke also ordered both parties to stay away from the disputed land areas or face the wrath of the law. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, says it has no intention of increasing the pump price of premium motor spirit, PMS, popularly known as petrol, following panic that the pump price of PMS may increase. The management of the NNPCL have, through a statement on X, formerly Twitter, clarified that it had no such plan in the works. The company has also urged Nigerians to continue buying fuel at the most affordable price. The Acting Comptroller General of Nigeria Immigration Service, NIS, Mrs. Wuraola Adepoju, has revealed that 112,351 passport booklets are yet to be collected by the applicant across the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. The NIS, meanwhile, stated that 91,981 passport booklets have been collected so far. Mrs. Adepoju said the figure was as of October the 5th. She also stated that the service had cleared all the 204,332 passport application backlogs in the line with 2 weeks deadline given by the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo. The NIS boss urged applicants to visit their respective application centers to collect their travel document. On the foreign scene, the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights has deployed a field team to speak to survivors and gather information after Thursday's attack on Rosa. A strike by Russian forces hit residential buildings in Kharkiv, killing a 10-year-old boy and injuring 26, according to the regional governor. Finally, in sports, Juventus are now waiting for the next development regarding their midfielder Paul Pogba and could decide to terminate his contract if he's found guilty at a sporting trial. Pogba tested positive to testosterone in counter-analysis on a second sample after failing a first doping test on August 20th. The Anti-Doping Commission has already suspended the French midfielder, but he stands the risk of a 4-year ban if he's found guilty at a sporting trial. Consider this. Setting goals is the first step of turning invisible to visible. And that's AN24 TV News. Follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Feyisayo. Thanks for watching.